miles wide. Um, I don't know how successful they're going to be in containing it, but again, this is noob technology. Trying to get resources from planets, it's so noob. It's so obvious it's not what's supposed to be done. Coal mining, the same thing. In fact, there's another coal mining incident as well. So the ironies are building. It's getting pretty difficult to be skeptical, which at some, like I said, and my consistency shows, at some point skepticism is going to say, I'm dead. And anyone who's skeptical are going to be working with literally dead values, which skepticism is dead anyway, but as far as like literalism, he, he's pretty much dead. Um, so Louisiana, all that food industry, the wildlife, all thanks to uh, terrible technology, uh, terrible ideas as far as consuming resources, which is there's just no point. The Earth creates geothermal energy. Guess what? That has enough power to power New York for a whole year, and that geothermal energy, even if it was used all over Earth, which is actually impossible, it's regenerated in 7 minutes. Every 7 minutes, geothermal energy is regenerated. So I guess we went on to 4 parts, but that's okay. Um, More information on noob technology. NASA tried to launch some telescopes. It barely gets off the ground and then hits into a transfer truck. What are the odds? Um, the whole direction as far as technology and consumption of resources is is even destroying the government itself. So they pretty much are going to realize just how mindless they really were. They think they thought they were something at some point, but at another point, they started realizing that there's an inevitability that they're going to have to realize, and they will. Um, do unto self. We do nothing. Whatever you do to yourself, to whom it applies to, is what you realize. We do nothing. We share and express, just as I do. I share and express. No judgments, what's the point? Opinions, what's the point? Beliefs, what's the point? Eternity exists. Does eternity have beliefs? No, it's eternal evolution. Beliefs are not eternal, they are structures. Hence, no structure. Hence, reflecting. Nebulas have no structure, they're beings. If you think structure exists, you're going to see irony in that. But that's to whom it applies to. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Um, there might be more. Who's to say? This covered an insane amount of progress. That's a conversation with one of my friends. In fact, just to give you a heads up, the recording I just did, which I don't want to go into part 5, but I'm still hanging in there. Our conversation started, like, it officially started at 9 o'clock. And it ended at 10:19. All that covered in a whopping hour and 20 minutes. So even if you're skeptical, honestly, look how much was covered in just an hour and 20 minutes. And if it's for real, think of the quantifications. So if you, to whom it applies to, if you're going to be skeptic, I'm going to reply to one of my friends in Russia. 1 second. Hi, doing recording at the moment. Okay? Alright, so if you're going to be skeptical, at least consider this also being real. Because if you're going to lean entirely on skeptic, or however you view your alternate perception of this, if what I say is true, it is realistic to also consider if it is real. That is to be safe. That is to be sane. Because if you're going to entirely lean on your perception, you're going to entirely lean on what you think and why this is not true, Um, if you're going to completely lean on it, and this turns out to be not only true, but to an extreme accurate degree to everything I've expressed, what will you have left? So, consider preparation. Consider possibilities. Even scientists will say, consider possibilities. Eternity exists. There's your fact. There's the baseline. That's the baseline of the actuality. And look at everything occurring at this rate. We saw a lot of earthquakes, and now all of a sudden we're seeing irony. It's only irony because the persons who want to keep drilling in the middle of an ocean magically think nothing's going to happen. There's over 200,000 gallons of gasoline that is going into the Gulf and making its way, even as of right now, might have already made it to the shoreline of Louisiana. So because of unnecessariness, because of doing things that obviously just isn't going to work out, that's the only reason why an irony is expressed. And then you have NASA's flunk, and then you have potentially ETs, not Nibiru. Nibiru is a planet, and the picture itself that's shown, it's not a planet. It looks more like a crystalline ship. So okay, it's either ETs or of another existence. Scientists say this is fact. Even NASA will say this is fact. Other universes and existences exist. Who is to say another existence isn't going to intervene to liberate? We're familiar with ETs, but no one has calculated and considered another existence. And May 2009, one night, a 5,000 light year sized nebula formed, leaving NASA baffled. So I am expressing what is going on. I'm expressing the unexpressed. This is one planet out of eternal amount of planets. You can't know life living on only one planet, even if natural. aka why other planets exist, and in natural circumstances, you're able to go to other planets if that's what you want to do. There's no, I mean, you can go through a portal, sure. You can go through a Stargate, sure. But if you want to, there you go. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and that concludes this very intense discussion. There might be more, not sure. That about wraps up. Thank you.